Okay, so let's get started, shall we? Alrighty, here we go. So as I mentioned before, this is my very first Google Hangout, and I hope I've got everything working fine. Please, if there's any technical difficulties, I'd really appreciate if somebody could make a comment in the group chat. Let's get started. So the topic for tonight is how to create transformation in your business. But before I get started, I just wanted to give you a quick rundown on who am I. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Christine Desmond. I live in Brisbane here in Australia. And I am married, have 4 adult children who have partners and children of their own. So I have 9 grandchildren, and they're spotted all around the world. My eldest daughter lives in the UK with her partner, and so I don't get to see them very much. They've been over there for a few years now. And then I have a son that lives in Tasmania, a daughter lives in WA, and a son who lives here in Queensland, along about 15-20 minutes away from where I am. So just to give you a bit of background on me, my career has started a long time ago, and I ended up in my last job being a systems software implementation and training consultant. So I was working in WA at the time. That's where I was originally from, and had been working, earned a fairly good income with them, and got relocated to Brisbane as they expanded their operations. So I headed up the Brisbane office for a couple of years, and then they made a change in the business structure and decided to centralise everything. So I was made redundant, which was the second time in as many jobs that had happened to me. So I took a bit of a break and started looking online for an opportunity, and I came across a couple of things that I tried, put my all into it, spent a fair bit of money in the process, but didn't really get the results that I was looking for. So about 5 months ago, I went back into the workforce, and finances were very, very sad looking. Burnt through all the money and what have you, and not having had any success either. So I went back to work in a similar kind of role, but just a different industry. And I don't know whether it was a change in my mindset, but I certainly was struggling. And it had started the stress of the work had actually started to impact on my health, and I was getting quite ill. And I got to breaking point about a month and a half ago and decided that it was no longer what I wanted to do. And so I quit, which was probably a little foolhardy in that I do have a part-time job, but obviously I have commitments. But I was fortunate enough to come across this opportunity, which I wanted to share with you tonight. So that's sort of where I'm up to at the moment, and excuse me. And so what I wanted to do tonight is just to share a little bit about what it is that we're doing and how it can impact on you. So with that said, what I'll do is I'll start a screen share, and hopefully I will get the right screen. Okay, so topic for today, how to create transformation in your business. One of the things that, it doesn't matter whether you're in let me just see, present everyone. Okay, so can you see my screen? If somebody could possibly put a comment in the group chat, that would be appreciated. Just so that I know that we are live and kicking. Just check on Facebook and make sure. Yep, I'm on it. Great. Okay, so So the topic for today is how to create transformation in your business. One of the things that that often happens in business is that people get involved and then don't get the success that they want. And often it could be that they are just struggling a little bit with, it might just be a couple of little things that they need to tweak. They might be doing a lot of activities, but it's just not getting the response they want. So tonight what I wanted to do, if I can just get back into my presentation mode. So what we're going to do is learn why 97% of online marketers aren't achieving the success that they want in their business. And how you can change your results by just understanding the 5 pain points. Now, one of the things that, one of the traps that people get into when they get onto online business is that they think that they're in the features and benefits model. And so you'll see a lot of people posting their links and, you know, doing the whole sell on their Facebook page. And I've had people that have accepted my friend requests, and the first thing they do is pitch me a 27-page spiel on their company, and they don't even say hello first. They just drop the links. That's not actually the business model that we're in. And one of the things that that we talk about is that we are in the personal development and leadership model. So what that means is that it's about building relationships, and part of that is understanding what the 5 pain points are that people often have when they start getting into business. So with that said, the pain points that we're going to, I wanted to talk to you tonight about is the first one, which is harassing friends and family. Now, we probably, if you've been in this industry for any length of time, you'd know that that is often the first thing that they tell you to do when you join a business. Okay, get in contact with your friends and family. Let's get out your phone, who you're going to call, and just harass them. Now, most people don't want to do that. You know, it's not the sort of thing that you want to be hassling your friends about. If they are good friends, they'll have a look, but it's the sort of thing you want to attract them to you. You don't want to have to go chasing people down. So the old school business model is definitely about harassing your friends and family. And of course, another pain point that you have is a fear of rejection. When you don't build a relationship with a person, and you're just doing the features and benefits model and sell, you will get a lot of rejection, and that can be really hard to take. It can affect how your confidence levels and how you talk to people. So definitely is one of the biggest pains that people have is the fear of rejection. The third pain point that people have to deal with is not having a list. So if you haven't been in the industry for any length of time, you probably don't have an email list, you might not have any leads. And of course, if you're not going to harass your friends and family, well, who else is there? So being able to find a solution to help people get through these pain points is the focus of this business model. And then, of course, you may have leads, but then being able to close or to get an upsell. And the features and benefits model of just sell, that does make it very difficult. People need to find different strategies for how you can close. And then finally, can't get 10 duplications. So it might be that you're putting in the hours and you're doing the work and you're getting results, but if your team isn't able to duplicate it, and some of these businesses can be quite complex, then your business can stall, and it's very difficult to pick it up from there. So some of the biggest challenges within the industry not enough startup capital. So it may be that somebody decides that they need to get into a business, or they want to do an online business. They might spend all their money on actually getting in, buying the ticket, the high ticket that they can, and then not having enough money to really invest to the highest level. No marketing budgets to properly run their business. So you know, if you spend all your money in getting into the business and then you don't have your marketing budget, and the longer you take to succeed, the more money is going out of your pocket without any returns. And a lot of the seven-figure earners are actually using marketing budgets to get into the leadership, the leaderboards on their primary business. So a marketing budget is essential. And not enough capital to purchase the high-ticket products, so they may end up getting in at the lower range, which means that we're getting the lower commission levels, and not having enough cash to then get into the high-ticket, which is where the money is to be made. Don't have a steady stream of qualified buyers looking at the business opportunity on a daily basis. So this is where, again, getting into the leads, being able to have a good way of getting regular leads to have a look at your business without you having to chase them down. They also don't know how to market to become the attractor factor. So this is really about how you present yourself in the marketplace. And I know I've seen a lot of businesses or people in their business that are just dropping links into groups and thinking that somehow or another people are going to want to come to their business, and that just isn't going to work. And as I mentioned, they don't know how to close and upsell, and they don't know how to get team duplication. So this is the kind of model that most people do. It's the one that is most popular in the current industry. And this is where you have your primary business, you invest your own money into buying the products and training. And so then you have to learn free strategies to market, because you don't have a marketing budget. And that often can take, you know, 2 to 4 years for the learning curve, and risking more capital, more of your own money, especially if you're in a program where there is a monthly regular charge. And that certainly has been my experience, that you're just spending on a monthly basis and not getting anything in return. And the purpose of that then is that you're supposedly going to make money and reinvest back into more marketing. The unfortunate thing is most people never get to this point. By the time they have spent the 2 to 4 years in the learning curve, then they have usually given up or moved on to something else. So what the smart people do. So this is based on the kind of structure that we have set up in our business. And we have the Underground Commission project is the project that we are doing, but people can also use affiliate programs, JVZoo, ClickBanks, and they usually use that as being the low ticket item to get into. And then they copy and paste their way to $1,300 commissions. So you do the work and you get paid the same day, which is just fantastic. So there's no waiting for the business to pass that on to you. And then you use the funds that you make from that to purchase your high ticket products and ad campaigns. It may be that you want to employ designers to create some web pages for you, and you can really scale up your business. And that the important thing is that you're not using your own money. You're actually funding it through your Underground Commissions project. And so then you have multiple revenue streams. So what that means is that you have your marketing budget feeding into your primary business. So it means that you don't have to get rid of your original business. You can run them both. And with that additional marketing budget, you're then able to go and put it into buying solo ads or whatever to really hit the leaderboards. And you know, this is the secret that a lot of the 7-figure earners are not telling you, is that this is what they do. This is how you suddenly see someone jump to the top of the leaderboard in some of these businesses and competitions and things like that, is that they just have additional marketing revenue that they're getting from other streams, and they just buy big. Okay, so just to share some of the results since inception in July 11th, I think is when we started. So this is Kim Justice. She has had some previous marketing experience, but in Instagram, so she has a huge following there. And she has taken on some millionaire mentoring, and has, in her first month, I think she's actually up to 16,000 now. I think she's really, in the last couple of weeks, had some amazing results. So that's a bit of an old shot, but 8,900 in a month is not bad in her first month. And then we have Michelle Tracy Anderson. So Michelle's actually the person who introduced me to the business, and in a month she was able to earn $14,000. Now that's quite extraordinary. Michelle was in a business before. She was following all the instructions. She was blogging daily. She was doing her videos daily, following all the instructions that she was being given. However, unfortunately, it just wasn't coming together. She's a mother of 2 young boys who are at home, so obviously she has to juggle that between her family commitment. So that's an amazing result. Then we have, this is another amazing story, we have Robbie Godsell. He is only 17 years of age, has not got any marketing background, so he's never done this sort of thing before. But he was coachable. He was able to drop his ego and just follow instructions. And look at that. I'm sure that that's out of date because this slide's a few days old. But $34,000 in a month is nothing to be sneezed at, for sure. So he's really setting a benchmark. And then we've got Vitali. He is in Israel. He does have some marketing background, and that shows in his results. $54,000 in 40 days is pretty impressive. And then we've got a fairly newcomer, Richie Price, $3,000 in just 13 days. So that's another great result there. And then finally, and this is not the only results, we've got Igor Van Daxter. He's a personal trainer. And has not got any marketing experience, and $20,000 in 19 days. So that is pretty impressive. And there are many, many results occurring on a regular basis. So, you know, on a daily basis, there are people that are making extraordinary money. So what is it that we're actually talking about? Black Ops is Underground Marketing is the group, and we're presenting Underground Commission's project. And we are currently running a campaign called Mission Possible. And this is where our millionaire mentors, Darren Little and Ari Maccabee, are looking to take 50 families and help them to earn $100,000 in the next 12 months. And as a bonus for this launch, you will have access to the millionaire mentoring. So just to give you a bit of a background on, we've got Darren Little and Ari Maccabee, and so they have between them done 263,800. That is our current figure. I got that off the Facebook today, since July 11th. And more importantly, with absolutely no paid advertising. So this means that that is money in their pocket between them. So that's, you know, that's something that you don't have the 7-figure earners, the leaders in other businesses explaining. Is that, yes, they may have some amazing figures that they're earning, but they don't tell you how much they spend on marketing. So what if we gave you the entire campaigns that has generated as much as $625,000 in 10 commissions since July 11 from a complete flat start? So that's That's the team commissions for Black Ops Underground Marketing. As I mentioned before, that's in the pocket of our team. You get all of the sales copy you need to start popping out your $1,300 commissions, all of the value campaigns, the follow-up campaigns, the promotional campaigns from A to Z. And we could show you what type of Facebook content creates interaction, teach you how to recruit new reps in 6 to 45 minutes. Yes, that's real. And one of the great things about the mentorship is that you actually get to see that live. They do live recruiting from time to time in the training sessions. And also give you access to a private Facebook group filled with tons of marketing secrets. So that is on a daily basis, there is information being put into that group. So there's always something there for you. So you're able to start popping $1,300 commissions daily. And the product that we are selling is called Genesis, and it's an education library. It costs $1,300. And in there is a huge library of resources, personal development videos, and lots of marketing strategies and things like that. So it's perfect for your business. It costs you $299 to purchase the reseller rights for that, and then the actual product sells for $1,300. So it's a very affordable product, and has the ability to really get you moving and get you into a marketing budget very quickly. But if you want to be one of the 50 families to earn 100,000 plus in the next 12 months, and start making $1,300 commissions while you sleep, to have campaigns that have generated over $13,000 in a single day. We do have people that have made that kind of money, or over $25,000 in a single week, over $100,000 in a single month, and over $1 million online using these strategies. The important thing, the bonus that is only available for the first 50 families, is that you'll get over $10,000 in millionaire mentoring from Darren and Ari Maccabee. It is your bonus free of charge when you join. Now, as I said, there's only 50 spots, and I'm pretty sure that they are getting quite low. I'm taking 5 people on myself. I don't want to take on any more than that, because my focus will be to then work with those people to get their teams up and running. So I would suggest that if you are at all interested, then you can click on the link below to get started now. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. Let me just stop sharing my screen. And go back to my, okay. So hopefully that has helped you to understand. One of the things that in the relationship model that we are working in is that it's important that we work with our teams, and that we are providing value to them and helping them to actually work with the teams and build relationships, understand those 5 pain points that I talked about, and helping people to identify ways of being able to get around that. So unless anybody's got any questions that they wanted to put into the group chat, I haven't seen anything in there up until then. So no, nothing. I'll just check Facebook before I call it quits. Make sure that everything's okay. Yes, fantastic. Alrighty. All right. Well, Thank you again for joining in. I hope that this has recorded okay and that you have had some value out of it. If you do have any questions, as I say, do look me up on Facebook, send me a private message, or press the button below and get yourself started. So from here in Queensland, Western Australia, I hope you have a lovely evening, or wherever you are in the world. And I'll catch you on the next video. Bye-bye for now.